Hi. So, in a very different kind of place with myself now, a lot better than I was at 5:30 when I recorded my last video. So, I really had to get serious with myself about setting boundaries and freaking meaning them. And it was very chaotic last night. And I can imagine when we have somebody in spirit who is like totally engrossing is the term that's coming to mind, how it could make you feel crazy. And the point of my podcast series that'll be coming out is how we question, why we question, and maybe even, I don't know if I'll address this, but what is happening that makes us worry that we're feeling that we're crazy? Because there are times when I can feel kind of crazy, like talking to Omar all the time, especially if I'm moving my mouth when I'm outside or my husband's home. I feel a little crazy talking about some of this. And especially when you talk about this sort of into the listening of people who don't really connect with this, you could easily feel very crazy in that way. And an unusual experience that I had, which is what I had last night or early in the morning, was just freaking bombarded with songs and words and also with insights that were coming through. And it was just really chaotic. And I know I've had the experience so many times when it's hard to fall back asleep when you wake up in the middle of the night. A lot of us wake up in the middle of the night, whether you're menopausal or whatever. There's a lot of reasons why people say that happens. But if you start thinking about anything that can keep you from falling asleep, it was different. It was different. I was feeling bombarded. And yeah, I don't want to have to get angry to be able to set good boundaries, but I guess I needed to. And that's okay. I wasn't trying to be hurtful. I mean, I feel like I treat Omar with a lot of respect and care as I try to with everybody. And I'm supposed to take no shit. Yeah. And I'm not interested in being engaging in the dynamics of what feels like the dynamics of an abusive relationship, which is, uh, part of that is there's sort of this honeymoon period, and then that other person sort of takes what they want. Let's say there's no respect for you as a human, and then you kind of tolerate it, and then it comes back around to the honeymoon period. I don't feel like that's part of what has been happening with Omar now that I'm saying it out loud. But the negative dynamics of an abusive relationship typically are that the person isolates you. I was scammed by a psychic woman many years ago. It was bad. I don't think I've really talked too much about it. But anyway, I'll just say she was very psychic, and I was really not in a good place emotionally, or I'm sure energetically, with myself and like with the world. So I'm sure I was a very good target for her. And part of what she told me at the very beginning was she picked up on somebody that I was really like infatuated with. And she could see, I'm sure, maybe the grayness that I felt, that sort of low-lying depression that I was talking about actually recently about energy, that was like my energy. And so she convinced me that with her help, I would be happy someday and marry this man that I thought, was wonderful. And one of the caveats was that I couldn't tell anybody about this situation or agreement that we were embarking on because she would die, is what she told me. And I believed her. Oh my goodness. Now I'm getting a flashback to Omar about attention. She was giving me attention, what seemed like positive attention. And I was grateful for it because I felt pretty invisible otherwise. And anyway, isolating somebody, like moving them to a very rural area where they have no friends or support, that's one way to control somebody. It's a great way to control somebody. Tell them that they can't tell anybody about this thing that's about to happen. And of course, I didn't see coming, which was this whole, years long scamming thing. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of the part, like feeling constantly interacting with somebody whose energy takes up a lot of space in my head and in my life felt very dominating and controlling. I was wondering, where is the rest of my team? And it was like, they have no room really to come through because I'm so occupied. And Yeah, so it was more that part of those dynamics, and it is isolating in its own way. So, in me really looking to take better care of myself and walk down this journey with you of how we manage to be this person living this spiritual life while we're here and doing the best we can with it. It's helping me have this more, the term coming to me is like sober thinking about this. Like, hold on, let me look at this for a moment. Let me try to distinguish this so I can talk about it. So it's helping me, I'm sure, to manage myself more responsibly and navigate this more consciously because I'm sharing it with you. So I hope there's no judgment on your part, but I just have to do what feels right to me to do. And even if I feel like I'm screwing it up a lot, which I kind of am at times, it's as honest and as authentic as I can be. I hope you feel that because that is true. And anyway, I hope that it helps you empower yourself more hearing this like reminder from me about having these boundaries, like knowing who you are and always having this healthy sense of separation from others, healthy, just balanced, is only going to help. And it keeps away predators, whether they're in a body, whether they're very psychic and in a body, or they're not in a body. That our space is our dominion, and nobody has a right to take that over. Nobody's entitled to that from us. Screw that. Anyway, yeah. So, and I guess I also wanted you to see me being okay, um, because I didn't want it to feel like scary to you. I wasn't scared. I was kind of pissed. And it was feeling a bit out of control and I didn't know what to do to stop it. But I did a bunch of things and then it's better. And part of it is I'm like, take no shit. So you take no shit. And hopefully I'll see you later. Bye.